Okay, and welcome to another Cooking with the Doctor, where I'm the doctor and I'm going to cook something. Now, I've done this item many times, I think. I'm pretty sure I've done it up to 2 or 3 times. Might have only done it twice. However, this is not going to be an ordinary time that I'm doing it, or a time where I'm just adding one extra thing that makes it a little bit different. This time, I'm going to be using all of these ingredients right here before you, and some in the fridge, to make the most meanest, most epicness pot of chili I have ever made in my life. That's right. All these ingredients are going to be going into that chili. And it is going to be the best thing I've ever made. And this is how it's going to start. First, we got onion, we got red pepper, we got a patty that I'm going to cook. Might cook 2, don't know yet. And cut it up into pieces and put it in the chili. We got tomato sauce that I'm going to put in. We got kidney beans. We got mushrooms. We got Mexican chili powder. We got corn, parsley, canola oil, bacon, cheese, butter, and a little bit of vinegar. With all that, we are going to make the most meanest pot of chili ever. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first up we got the bacon, which now I'm going to start cooking. And I don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm going to let it go crispy because that's how I need it, so I can cut it in small pieces. But I'm not going to burn it, or hopefully not burn it anyway. So we're going to let that cook, and while we let that cook, we're going to start doing some other stuff over here. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to rinse off this, because as you can see I got a little bit messy. While I do that, let's see, make that all good, wipe it off. I will be doing this a lot today. Now while I do that, okay, so now that I did that, we're going to be cutting the onion. Now, this is usually how I cut my onion. I'll cut it in the sides like this. As you can see, it'll look like this in the end, or it'll start getting a little bit harder and harder to cut, because you'll have to hold it from back here like that. But that's how I usually cut my onion. Since it's back here now, I'll see if I can position it so I can show you what I'm doing here. Just like that. Now, if you're a professional, you can do it like this, but I'm not a professional, so I kind of can't do that. Also, I don't have any fingernails, as you can see, to really do it. So like that, and as you saw, some just went on the floor. That's fine. There's going to be a lot of stuff in this, so it doesn't matter if some stuff gets, a lot of this stuff is going to be going in the fridge anyway, because I'm not going to add a full can of kidney beans to this chili. That'd be ridiculous. But this is how I'm cutting the onion up in the end. I will make this be really good. Yeah, look at this. Alright. So we're just going to keep cutting it like that, and we'll see how it goes. Next up, I'll start doing some of this other stuff. So yeah. Bacon's going a little bit good, so that's alright. I did the onion. Now I'm going to do this. I'm also going to start cooking the meat as well, the patty, but I'm going to put it into small pieces. I'll show you in a second what I'm doing with it. That's why I figure I might only need one. That's what I'm doing with it. Okay, so this is what I'm doing with it. As you can see, I'm taking it, I'm putting it in small pieces all along the frying pan. That's going to cook along with the bacon. Now, I know that this is meat and that has to be cooked, so it will be cooked when it's done. While I'm doing this here. But yeah. So let's get started on this. Now, it doesn't matter if we end up with those seeds or not. It doesn't really matter. You can take them away. You can keep them. I usually like getting rid of them, but I don't want to waste all the... I'm a little too busy to do that right now, so I'll just keep them. You won't taste them once this is done. This is okay. This is how it goes. So it's fine. Just keep cutting it like that. There we go. Okay, so this is what beans look like. Now what you need to do, and they're very smelly as well. You need to take it. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. You can kind of see what I'm doing. And do this. And let that drain, because that liquid you don't need. And you might need to wash the beans a bit. You might need to wash it around like this. That's fine and all. Do some of that. Overall, they'll make them a little bit better. Now it says on the can that they're cooked, ready to serve. So they're already good, but they're still going in the pot, obviously, yeah. They'll cook even more then. And that's what they look like. Now, I'm not really positive if it really is kidney beans that usually in chili. I'm going to use some of it, so it doesn't matter. But we'll see how this goes overall. Okay, so in the end, this is what it looks like. This here's the hamburger patty, cut really small, and this is the bacon. It's not as crispy as I would have wanted it, but overall it's still going to end up good. Now next, we're going to be doing the mushrooms. And as I said, I'm not putting like all of it that's in the can in this, so there will be leftovers for later for me to use for something else. Like, I'll probably use some of these mushrooms for like some other thing. I don't know what I'll use it for, but I'll use it for something else. So that's all good. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let me drain that. I like draining my mushrooms first. Okay. Okay, there you go. Now we're going to take it, and I could put them in whole, but I am going to cut them up slightly, like this. And overall, it will be really, really good when I do it. So I'll just cut it like this. There you go. I'll cut not every piece will be cut really small or anything, but this is what it's going to be like that. As you can tell. So. There, cut it like that. So cut it like that. Turn the pieces. Okay. So next up, we got the corn, which I don't need to cut. I just drain it. That's what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so before I do the corn, this is what I'm going to do. I'll show you now. So I'm going to open up the can. Now, I kind of wish I could do actual, like instead of using this kind of chili, if I could actually make all this stuff and make it into a chili. I don't have this kind of sauce here to do that. That's why I gotta do it from the can. But it's still going to be really, really good overall. Still going to be really, really good. I know what I'm doing. I've done this many, many times, but without this magnitude. Like, this will be the first time I'm putting all this stuff in it. So let me put down low so that way it doesn't cook right away. So, now we're going to start adding ingredients. We're going to add this, add this, add this. So, here we go. Let's see. We got the bacon. We're going to take that really quickly. I'm going to do this to it. Make it small. Like this. That's right. I'm going to make it small like this. Okay. Here we go. Now we're going to add it in. We're going to add all this, which, ooh, it's going to be a lot of stuff in this today, boy. Sure, I might need a bigger pot. Ooh, that fills up the pot. That does. Fills up the pot. As you can see, look. Ooh. And then now I'm going to start stirring it. I'm going to put some naan in it to make it a little bit better. And we'll see how it goes down in a second. Let me get some water. Now I don't need to use a lot of water. You don't really need to do that. I'm just put a tiny bit of water in it. Now we're going to put some of this tomato sauce in it. And as I said, I'm not going to use all of it. We are going to use a little bit of it. So I'm going to take the sauce like this, try not to make a mess if I can, and do this. As I said, it's going to be full to the brim stuff. Alright. So that's what it's going to look like. And now I'm going to start adding the corn. Okay, so I got the actual spoon. I used a wooden one. This one here is actually really good to use. Can't really see what I'm doing right now. Can I bring it back a bit to show you? Right there, yeah. Alright. Mixing it all up. Now let's start adding some corn. Spoon. Ready. Start stirring up again. Can't really see the top of it. So that's okay. I'm going to start turning up the heat a bit. Yeah. Okay. Now, as you can see, this is what it looks like now. I stirred it all up. It's pretty good, doesn't it? Well, maybe not on this screen. On this screen might look like crap. But now I'm going to add some spices to this mix now. So, this is what I usually add. I'm going to add some parsley, like this. I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add some pepper. I'm going to add some Mexican chili powder. Now once again, mix it all up. And I'll adjust it to my taste, to my liking once I start tasting it. to see what I need to add to make it taste better. So yeah. I'm gonna mix the spices. Okay. Now we're going to add some of the other stuff. Like I'm going to add a little bit of canola oil to it. Not very much, just some. And now we got a little bit of vinegar. Not very much. You don't put very much. You just do a couple squirts of vinegar in it. Now I'm going to take this here butter. I'm going to put just a little tiny bit in. Like that. Just a little tiny bit. But I'm going to add this cheese to it. You may be like, sliced cheese to chili? Really? Yeah. Why not? I mean, I got a ton of other crap in it, so what does it matter what I add to it at this point in time, right? But yeah. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I gotta wait for it'll melt once this here gets really, really hot. But yeah, you're gonna look at it and be like, oh, that looks weird. Yeah, that looks weird, but watch. Once I start putting it down into the chili, it'll melt. Then I'll stir it. Stir everything in. Overall, this is hopefully going to be good. I really do hope this is going to be good, because I don't even know. This is my first time putting all this stuff in it. I really want this to taste good because, you know, I see other people, you know, make stuff up as it goes along, and usually it tastes good. So why can't I do it, right? Or why shouldn't I do it? This is something I've always wanted to do all my life, is just put a bunch of ingredients together, eat it, and let other people taste it and hope that they'll like it too. And be like, man, I would never have thought to put this ingredient and this ingredient together to do this. Man, this is awesome. Whew. I gotta try some of that. Gotta make some of that for myself. Try to. You know, that's all I want. When it comes to cooking, all I want in my life is to do this, it be really good, and I don't expect it to become, you know, professional over this, but I want to see if I can get at least someone to like this stuff, just a little bit. So yeah. So it's starting to cook. It's still going to take a bit because there's a lot in the pot. And we'll see how it goes in a bit. I'll let you know. Yeah, just look at it. Okay, so you see that it's bubbling there. Now I put some more spice in it, like a little bit more of that, just because I tasted it a bit. Man, it's a little good. And as you can see, you may be like, man, how does it look like that? Shouldn't it look more crammed? No, because the chili expands as you put more stuff in it. And because I put some tomato sauce in it, it helps like mixture it, you know? So now it looks like this. It doesn't look so crammed, like there's just a bunch of stuff in it and no this itself. You might have thought that there wasn't going to be any of that in there, but nope. Nope, this is how it works. Because I know how to do this. So I'm going to taste it now again. Let's see. Mmm. Woo. Ooh, that kick to it though. Ooh. You taste it and then there's like a little kick to it. Ooh. Yeah, a kick in a good way. But it's like it hits you and you're like, man, that's a good kick. And then you're gonna want some water after that. But yeah, look, this is what it looks like overall. So yeah, I think I've done pretty good with this. So I want to thank you for joining me for this Cooking with the Doctor. I'm going to eat this, I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll see you next time for another Cooking with the Doctor. So, see you all then.